We begin tonight with a shakeup that will likely impact air travel all across the country. The FAA is planning to reduce air traffic by 10% at 40 major U.S. airports.
The changes would affect between 3,500 to 4,000 flights nationwide. The list of airports affected has not been released yet, but the reduction is set to begin on Friday morning. If Sky Harbor is included, it could cause a lot of headaches for Valley travelers. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
And I'm Mark Curtis. This is all in response, of course, to the ongoing government shutdown, which is causing air traffic controllers to miss paycheck after paycheck, leading to significant staffing shortages.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono is live out at Sky Harbor Airport. And Bianca, Sky Harbor is already feeling the effects of those staffing issues.
Yeah, and we expect to find out tomorrow if Sky Harbor is on that list. It won't be a surprise if it is, but I will tell you that all day today, there has been a ground delay here at Sky Harbor due to staffing shortages, leading to an average delay time for flights coming into Phoenix of about 3.5 hours. Now, it's not just air traffic controllers that are working without pay right now. Tonight, I talked to a TSA officer who is deeply impacted by this shutdown.
I'm still considered a newbie.
Martina Santana has been a TSA officer for 4 years, and it's a job she is proud of.
You know, everybody wants to work for a federal government job because it's stable, it's steady, it's good money, it's a good job.
But that stability has become shaky as the government shutdown is now the longest in U.S. history, meaning for the past 36 days, this single mom of 3 has gone without a paycheck.
All of us were like that the first couple of weeks. So we're saying, okay, first 2 weeks, we're gonna, we can do that. We can do that. We got some money saved up. We can do that. The second paycheck that we didn't get, I think that's when it started hitting me.
She's had to pull money out of her thrift savings plan, a retirement plan for federal employees. Then 2 weeks ago, an eviction notice.
I normally pay half my rent with one check, pay my car, my other bills with the other one, and then I catch up on the third month. It's always like every third month I have to split it up. And this month I gave him the letter that we were supposed to give, and nobody, not one of my bill collectors, not one of my car payment, not one of my anything except that it can do anything for me.
She's talking about this letter from the Department of Homeland Security, asking organizations to give federal employees grace.
They do have like a job fair at the airport. I picked up an application for another job.
As she navigates these hardships, she's still showing up for work, even working overtime, as some of her colleagues struggle to.
They're coming to the point where if I'm not feeling good, I'm not coming in. If I don't have gas, I'm not coming to work.
Air traffic controllers are also not being paid right now. And when there's a shortage of controllers at airports, it leads to flights being delayed. The head of the Air Traffic Controllers Union now expressing concerns about how long this could continue.
Air traffic controllers are showing up to work every day to deal with issues that we've never seen before. 36-day shutdown, the stresses, the pressure, the fatigue is setting in.
Santana is trying to maintain a positive attitude for herself, her coworkers, and her kids, hoping the shutdown ends soon, but committed to keeping travelers safe in the meantime, asking those travelers to be patient.
Just come with a good heart, because we're trying. We're trying to do our job. We're trying to keep it light and get you guys through, but we still have to do our job. And with the less people, it's going to take a little bit longer.
And the good news here at Sky Harbor is that wait times at security checkpoints have been relatively short, talking about 10 minutes or so. Santana tells me she is looking forward to the day that she receives all of this back pay. We're live at Sky Harbor tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you. And as the government shutdown continues, local advocates are working to make sure that families who normally receive SNAP benefits don't go hungry. Tonight, the Arizona Coalition for Change held a food distribution event at the First New Life Church in Phoenix. Volunteers spent the weekend going door to door in South and Central Phoenix, collecting those donations. They raised about 1,000 pounds of food, and the organization matched all of those donations from the community.
We care about Arizona and we believe in Arizona, and so we are going to give you food today. Hopefully this will get you to at least your next stop, maybe next week, maybe to some emergency funding, maybe to a paycheck at work. But today you'll have the chance to eat and have a chance to just take care of your basic needs.
And each of the bags were filled with bread, some fresh fruit, and other basics to make a good meal at home. Well, we have another fresh round of results from the Maricopa County election following last night's elections.
Voters were asked to increase taxes to fund hospitals, schools, and cities. The results didn't shift much from last night, but let's show you where we stand right now. First of all, starting with Prop 409. Voters were asked to approve $900 million for Valleywise Health. Tonight, the yes votes are leading by about 14,000 votes. We're also closely watching the Mesa City Council recall election, where incumbent Julie Spilsbury is currently losing her bid to retain her seat. Turning Point-backed candidate Dorian Taylor is ahead by 800 votes.
All right, 21 school districts in Maricopa County were seeking additional funding in Tuesday's election. So here is a breakdown. We had 12 requests for daily operations. Those are passing. 4 requests for bonds that are passing. And we'll have the full results posted online at 12news.com.
Well, tonight, historic neighborhoods in Phoenix like Willow and Encanto Palmcroft are still waiting to see how a new zoning plan would impact their neighborhoods. The city council decided to delay a vote on a controversial proposal that would allow duplexes, triplexes, and even fourplexes in those historic districts. 12 News journalist Maria Stobbs joins us in studio. And Maria, that decision may have come down to the crowd that showed up today.
That's right. One council member even said it might have been the largest turnout she's ever seen at city council. Leaders ended up having more questions about the zoning proposal after they watched the debate play out this afternoon. It's a battle between preserving decades of history.
The fabric of our community was born in 1986 and it thrives today.
And making room for the future.
Do we not work equally hard for our American dreams? If we believe in community, then that community has to include all of us.
Dozens of neighbors told City Council they feel left out of the city's middle housing zoning plan.
We expect collaboration, respect, and to work together as one.
The proposal would allow duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, and townhomes on lots within 1 mile of downtown currently zoned for single-family use, allowing up to 4 homes per lot. The change comes from a new state law requiring cities to allow these housing types in certain areas. The city says existing design rules still apply in historic districts, but neighbors fear that won't be enough.
History will be erased. We cannot let this happen.
Others raised concerns about parking, water, and traffic in already dense areas.
When zoning moves faster than planning, communities pay the price. We need transparency, neighborhood impact review, and meaningful public input.
Some, like Senator Annalise Ortiz, welcome dense housing.
It's really what makes communities walkable. It's what makes places a nice place to live. And young professionals should not be locked out of those opportunities to live in those nice neighborhoods like historic neighborhoods where you do value that sense of community.
Supporters say it could help younger generations find affordable homes and want middle housing to expand across the city.
We just simply cannot continue to create exclusive neighborhoods for the wealthy.
After 3 hours of testimony, the council agreed to postpone the decision until November 19th.
I want to have the ability to work on some of the issues that have been brought to my attention and be able to work with the lawyers and the city staff on some of the concerns that have popped up.
And if the city doesn't update its zoning laws by January 1st, the state's new middle housing law would automatically take over. That means the city could lose control over where duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes are built and how they're designed, even in historic neighborhoods. Reporting in studio, Maria Stobbs, 12 News.
All right, Maria, thanks. Well, tonight we're getting a look at some new video showing the moment that a UPS cargo plane crashed just after taking off. It happened last night in Louisville, Kentucky. The plane was headed for Hawaii. At least 12 people are confirmed dead, including all 3 crew members on board. As investigators work to find out what led to the crash, we've learned that both of the plane's black boxes have been recovered. Those are the onboard flight recorders that capture data and voices from the cockpit.
Back here in the Valley, the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors took a major step today against a planned rail yard in Whitman. The board voted not to rezone a part of the site for industrial use. It wasn't the final vote, but 12 News journalist William Pitts was there as opponents of the rail yard got the news that they had been hoping for.
Opponents of the Whitman Rail Yard got a small victory today as they packed the Board of Supervisors auditorium to try to convince them to kill the project. Speaker after speaker.
We're not anti-progress and we're not anti-development, but it's very clear that this project does not fit here.
Mostly against a proposed rail yard in Whitman.
When those closest to the coming disruption say not yet, we must listen.
A few union representatives spoke for it.
At the end of the day, this is about good jobs, shorter commutes, and keeping our grocery shelves stocked.
But for most of these people, they've been fighting it for more than a year. Lisa Everett, the Republican chair for Legislative District 29.
These letters here, there are 5,600 of those letters.
Dropping letters of opposition in front of the board.
We live at ground zero. We are right on cloud. 40 feet across my property is where they're going to be.
Mike Dyer just moved to Whitman. News of a giant rail yard behind his house was a big surprise.
And we had no idea that that project was even going behind us.
The project is a 4,000-acre rail facility, and it would be a place to unload trains and load up trucks. And it would be right in the backyard of people who move to Whitman to get away from things like that.
With that growth, we need thoughtful planning, not warehouses, not rail yards.
Today's vote was on what BNSF called a mapping error, rezoning some smaller land parcels to be industrial. That's what the vote was on, but it sounded a lot like a referendum on the whole project.
The infrastructure and service framework necessary to support this level of development is not in place.
BNSF communication has been lackluster to non-existent for months, if not years.
There's not enough supporting evidence today on infrastructure for this CPA. This is not a close call.
The board voted unanimously to reject the rezoning. BNSF had wanted to postpone the vote again to February or approve it today. But BNSF's representatives also told the board it didn't matter.
Either of those actions today does not stop the project from moving forward.
Well, I think we're undeterred by the vote that was taken today. We believe in this project. It's an important project for the state of Arizona.
That's not what the rail yard's opponents thought.
I'm very happy the board heard us. They saw what we see, and it's the wrong project for the wrong place.
The Board of Supervisors today made a statement. They were 5-0, Burlington Northern, find somewhere else or contribute over $1.6 billion in infrastructure.
The goal is to keep the pressure on. I am still going to be collecting signatures, still going to be speaking people. We will not allow BNSF to be built in Whitman.
Now BNSF has to decide how to move forward. William Pitts, 12 News.
Well, thank you.